Home prices have went up the last 2 months. Did I hear that right? Home prices have went up? That's right. Over the last couple months, median home prices in Sumner and Robertson County have both went up in the 5 to 10% range. So to know kind of where we're at in the bigger picture, I went back and looked at home prices from about a year ago. And the funny thing is that home prices March 2023 and March 2022 are almost equal. And so everybody knows what happened last year, right? 2022, the real estate market went crazy. People were, offering whatever they could to get a house. And so we really saw the housing market peak about June or July of last year. So if you look at, today, March 2023 and March 2022, those prices are about the same. So prices peaked, right, June, July last year, and then, interest rates went up. All that stuff really caused the market to kind of come back down. I feel like we've kind of hit an inflection point in the bottom, November, December last year. And now the last couple months, we've seen prices come back up just a little bit. So from a year ago, they're about even. From a couple months ago, they're about 5 to 10% up. If we look at the peak in June, July, we're about 5 to 10% down from the absolute peak when the market was its craziest. So there's a couple other factors that we kind of want to take into consideration when we're looking at the real estate market as a whole. And again, I'm just looking at the numbers for Sumner and Robertson County, the local stuff. I'm not looking at nationwide numbers. I'm looking at them, but that's not what this is about. One thing is inventory. And so as we look at inventory, compare it with last year, we are higher in inventory because last year was the crazy year, right? So if you kind of throw 2022 out, right now, our inventory in 2023 is lower than 21 and 20 and 19. And so even in those years when the market was kind of on fire, our inventory is still lower now than it was. So prices are about even. Inventory is lower than it was, 2 or 3 years ago. And like days on market is also about even of where they were 2 or 3 years ago. And so they plummeted to almost zero, and houses come on the market in 2 or 3 days, they're under contract. And so when I look at all those factors, it really feels like our market is about where it was a year ago. Now, interest rates are higher, but the reality is people have gotten used to that interest rate. Interest rates are now, 1st of April, they're, about 6%. And so people I think that's going to come back down, but I think people have kind of gotten used to that number. They're more comfortable with it going forward. And so it feels like the market's probably in a place where over the next few months, we're going to see continued trend, just a slow upward. We're not going to see what we saw last year. I think, prices are going to stabilize. Inventory's still low. With all that being said, I think the spring of this year is going to be a great market if you're thinking about buying or selling, or if you're like a move-up buyer, like if you want to buy, a little bit nicer house and sell the house you're in now. It's the perfect market for that. So with all that being said, if you've got any questions about the market or want some analysis on what your home is worth, you can feel free to give me a call or just shoot me a message.